Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus, and welcome to the next episode of the Road to Old School MTG. In the last episode, I made my first initial card purchases to create the Erhnamgeddon deck that I want to. I ended up buying 24 of the cards needed, right, out of a 60 card deck. So that's a good over a third of the cards were purchased then. I still don't have them, but 24 of those cards were already taken care of. It came out to $101 for those 24 cards. The so But the deck list is estimate is 857, right? So I just took care of 101 of that. So now in these next follow-up videos of the following purchases, these purchases will be bigger because uh, only the more expensive cards, for the most part, are only remaining now. In this video, I'm going to purchase uh, the next 7 cards, and just in those 7 cards, it'll be over $100, right? So just those 7 cards will be more expensive than the other 24 from the previous video, right? So, and just like before, I'll make the purchases right here live in this video. But since this a shorter video with just 7 cards, just 2 cards really, I'm just buying the correct amount needed for the deck. Um, that gives me a bit more time to discuss eBay in general, how to research cards, things like that, right? Just to give you guys more of the full experience of participating in old school Magic. So let's get it started. First, with just reviewing my deck list for the Erhnamgeddon deck and just seeing what I already purchased and talking about what I'm going to be purchasing in this video. Okay, so this is the full Erhnamgeddon deck that I want to create. The cards in red have already been purchased from the last video. Like I mentioned, that came out to 24 cards, $101, and I did get an extra Sarah Angel, right? So since I thought it was worth it to just buy the full 4 play set of that. So I have one extra just in case if I ever wanted to substitute something and add it in or as a sideboard. So for in today's video, I will be purchasing the full play set of City of Brass, and I will be purchasing the 3 forward stones, right? So those 7 cards will now be eliminated after today's video as well. So let's go over to the eBay listings, the ones that I've found. So first, here are the 2 listings that I found, which I'm going to purchase today in this video. So full playset of the 4 City of Brass Chronicles, right? So like I mentioned before, I'm always purchasing, or may not always, but for the most part, I'll be purchasing the latest legal reprint set that I can get for these cards. I believe the Chronicles is the latest I can get for City of Brass. But in general, this is the best price that I found, considering is near mint, right? So 4 near mint Chronicles, City of Brasses, right? So, and also I appreciate the convenience of just in one purchase buying all 4. That way I just have to wait just for one shipment. So this is the one I'm going to be purchasing. I'll be hitting the buy now button a little later. And then here is the 3 forward stones that I need for the deck, right? So the deck now 4 City of Brasses crossed out, and I'm also going to be crossing out the 3 forward stones. I was thinking about maybe doing a full playset 4, but they're easy to come by, so I can always just get one extra for $5 easy if I were to ever need an extra one. So this one is nice because it has the exact 3 that I need, and they're in decent condition. Here's listed light play, which I agree, right? So you can see the condition. It says 4th edition. Just so you guys know, 4th edition, you'll see the 1995 year date on that. Okay, and in addition, do you see how the art frame is slightly bigger than the text frame, right? So that's another way to tell apart fourth edition from any future other core sets like fifth edition and so on. Starting from fifth edition, you'll see the frames be even, the art and the text frame, right? So, and as I mentioned before, for the type of old school formats that I'm looking to play in Swiss, um, first of all, no reprints are allowed, so I can't even play that. In Eternal Central EC or the Atlantic formats, they do allow reprints, but the two conditions is that they must look just like the original version of that card. So it has to have the original artwork, and the frame of the card itself has to look like the original as well, right? So I'm just afraid that fifth edition wouldn't qualify. Right? It may, right? Because it's only a slight difference, right? Like I said, the art and the text frame are the same, but in previous sets they were not the same length, right? So I'm just afraid that will disqualify any purchases that I make for fifth edition, right? Or sixth edition and so on, right? So plus the differences between prices at the moment for most of these cards is small. So I rather just get them in fourth edition because at least I know I'll be safe no matter what. Uh, for Atlantic and EC, right? So Swiss, unless they specifically allow it, in general they don't allow reprints, right? So that's why I'll be staying away from Swiss, I mean Swedish uh, from this format, right? So this is the two purchases that I'll be making. But first, let's just discuss how to search things, at least for my experience, just for my research, right? So while looking up for Flower Stone, right? So I have to know what sets the Flower Stones are, right? So you could always just look up the name, just in general. I know it first appeared in the dark, right? So I was considering buying from the dark, right? Definitely more expensive than my projected $5 each, right? So that would be more looking at 15, 20 each. Uh, but I figured might as well just stick to the game plan at least for now. Um, so getting these, but here were some other options that I could have gone with, right? Be careful with foreign um, reprints. They are not allowed in either Atlantic, Old School, or the Swedish. In none of these are, here it is, only English, right? So be careful because sometimes I was kind of tempted because some of these Forward Stone prices were pretty good. Um, like this one over here. The condition of this particular card was pretty nice considering it was from the dark, right? So it was ticking all those boxes. Look at this, very nice condition. Actually, I would say excellent condition. Like this would be probably at most lightly played, maybe even near mint, right? So excellent condition. I was thinking about it, but then I noticed it is French, right? So that's why it's cheaper. Depends. Sometimes different language makes it more expensive, right? So in this case, for whatever reason, this made it cheaper, right? But I noticed that issue of it being foreign, so I couldn't purchase it, even though in every other respect this would be an excellent purchase. It's an excellent condition, looks great, but I intend to play with these cards, right? So then I don't want any issues. So for me, it wasn't worth it. So that's just something for you guys to consider. Make sure you only get English, right? Of course, if you're in a different country, then you can. I'm sure the rules are different. You can play with whatever language is native to your country, right? I'm in the United States in New Jersey, so uh, I have to abide by the English rules. And then a lot of these were right. So you have to just watch here different conditions, moderately played, and that's very subjective, right? One person's moderately play might be heavy played for somebody else, and so on, right? So you really have to go in each one here. near mint for $20. That's a pretty good price. Looking at it, I don't know if I would consider that near mint. Just looking at the edges, but honestly, cards straight from a pack could have these little curved edges, right? Because remember, this is just mass printing, right? So uh, it might have these issues, right? So honestly, for 20, this would have been a good price, um, right? So right. So then this is now where you can get into, what do you want? I already had my general idea, right? So I definitely can get forward stones for $5 easy in decent condition, right? So that's why I posted these here, right? Because I always had the condition that in general, I would be getting the latest legal um, version of the card, right? Which would make it the cheapest. But maybe for you it might be worth it to spend a little bit more and get the original, right? So Pendlehaven, I ended up getting the Legends one because there are no reprints for it. Uh, within I don't think there was a fourth edition one, right? I know there are reprints, but then it didn't follow the rules anymore of original art or original frame, right? So I wanted to be safe, and the price was still within the $30 range that I had estimated. So I bought a decently priced for $32, decently conditioned one, original from Legends, right? In this case, right? So I'm getting three of these for 15 from Chronicles, I believe. Let's look at it. Fourth edition, right? So three in pretty good, decent condition, pretty good. Uh, for 15, right? So five each, just like my estimate. But maybe for you, I was definitely considering it myself. Right? Just paying a little more, and you can have right this one $20 for a nice, very nice Felwar stone. Like honestly, I'm still tempted myself. May I change my mind later on? Right, but for now, I'm sticking to the game plan. But once again, right? So this price, right? This is considering me my original conditions. I may choose to bling out, splurge on something here and there, like I was considering for the Felwar stones. Honestly, the City of Brass is here. I'm sure I can get them a little cheaper. Um, if I were to buy them individually, right? But I like this particular one because right here I had estimated 20 each. You can definitely get them for 20 each, um, in good condition, maybe even cheaper. But I like the convenience of having all four of them already. Plus, I like also the fact that they are in excellent condition. According to this near mint, they look pretty near mint to me. So, um, so for me, it was worth it to pay a little bit more than what I had originally estimated at 20 each. I'll be paying nearly 100 for four, so 25. But uh, in my case, I just figured it was worth it, right? So as you research, definitely watch out for that. So here I have put dark. Um, if you just put just Forward Stone MTG, you'll get the full list of everything that's available, right? Here, I cannot buy this. Even though it's cheap, everything is illegal in terms of the rules. Different art, and it has the newer frame of the artifacts having silver border, so I can't buy it. And then of course you gotta watch out that you get also right not foreign cards either, right? So that I could have bought this one. In fact, you see it here. I had already clicked on it. I was considering it. This one is more beat up, so I just looked at it, but uh, decided not to. All right, so here's from Renaissance. Right, that's French, I believe, so it wouldn't have counted. German. Oh, there's German. Um, another German one, right? So French. Here's the French one. So um, you have to be conscious of what sets are what. That's where this handy um, website comes into play. MTG Picks. Click on number 14 because it goes in chronological order from the latest is in tab number 1, but the the latest in terms of oldest, the last tab, which is here, alpha beta, right? So it's good to here you can for research purposes, right? That if I go to the dark, go to the artifacts, there it is, forward stone. Uh, um, if I were to go to unlimited artifacts, you see DF because it goes in alphabetical order. There's no forward stone, right? So the dark was the earliest I could get, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Legends, was it in, I already, yep, there you go. F, no forward stone, right? So this is good for you to see, to research what the latest version of something is. And then here you see the set symbols, right? That's what you see in the reprints as well. So this is the original, the dark, but I'm getting them in the reprints. Up, actually, this one is fourth edition. This one didn't have, right? But in this one, the Chronicles, depends. Different sets have include the set uh, icon there. Some of them don't, right? That's where you have to know what it is that you're getting, right? Because some of them may have it, may not, but they're still reprints nonetheless. So in this one, I can tell this is from Chronicles because it has the set list of Arabian Nights, but I know this is not Arabian Night card because it's white border, right? So it had to be some kind of reprint. Um, so this was the purchase for the page for this one. All right, so now I'm gonna go stop sharing real quick. I'm gonna go now and purchase these items right now. So I'm clicking on the buy now for the um, actually, let me try this real quick. All right, so for all of these, I'm in general, I'm going with the buy now option. So I'm going to click the buy now for the City of Brass, and same thing, the buy now here um, for the forward stone. So let me click buy it now, buy it now. All right, so with the tax, because this one have free shipping for the City of Brass, 102 in total, right? But I'm not counting the tax in my breakdown because that's dependent on where you live and so forth. So 102 for the 4 Cedar brasses. I'm hitting PayPal, pay now. Right, and I stopped sharing because it has some private information, right? So I just want to avoid any issues with that. Okay, so the City of Brass is taken care of. September 7th. Ooh, that's quite a while. All right, so let me now look into the Flower Stone buy it now. And for all of these, I'm double checking that they are um, shipped as much as I can, right, within the United States. I'm in the United States in New Jersey, so just for simplicity's sake, just make it easier. Um, I wanted to buy within the country. All right, so pay now, buy now, pay now, PayPal. All right, so $15.98 in total for the 3 forward stones, 99 cents in tax. All right, so there it is. This one's gonna come more earlier within a week of today's date. So, all right, so that's me completing the purchases that I mentioned. So now looking at my deck list, I can cross out City of Brass, and I can cross out if I were stone. In terms of what I paid in today, so it was 96 plus I believe it was $15 for the, let me check real quick. Yeah, so $111, not counting tax, for today's video, for the just the between the 7 cards that I just purchased right now, right? So um, in the last video I purchased 24 cards for $101, right? So now I'm taking out more the expensive cards, right? So it's going to be less cards for more money, but you know, that's what I signed up for. So 101 in the first video, 116 I believe, around that area in the second video, 111 I think, in the second video. Um, so 212 in total, around that price range. And looking at the full, so that leaves me at basically a fourth of the way in terms of price of the total. I had estimated 857, not counting the basic lands, because I have some of those, but I might still end up buying some of those anyway. So I'm 1/4 of the price completed. I had 24 plus 7, but in reality, I'm halfway in terms of the cards that I need. And if I were to count the basic lands, actually I'd be two-thirds, two-thirds of the way. So that means just for the remaining third of the cards needed, that's where the remaining $600 will be, right? So the next cards will be the most expensive, right? But that'll complete the full deck list. Once I have it, I'll also show you guys the process of me getting the cards and inspecting them, making sure I got what I paid for, and then just comparing it again to the price, to the deck list, and also the prices, right? Just seeing how the estimate is relating to the actual cost once I actually pay for things. And then hopefully once I have it completed, I'll also show you guys videos of me playing the deck, so you see it in action as well. All right, so we're gonna leave it there for today's video. Thank you.